Hey everybody, Joe Cortez and James Burns of FrontRowPreps.com, powered by Chicken Ranch Casino and Golden Bear Physical Therapy. Burnsy, it's time once again for our FrontRowPreps.com postseason predictions. Here we are deep into the playoffs. Let's start in Division 4 with my alma mater, the Merced Bears, going to the Corral. Remember, they met in 2016 in the semifinals. Oakdale got the best of them that year. On the way to the state championship, what say you for 2019?
First off, you're not going to thump your chest?
Thump my chest?
Careful. Merced at Oakdale. Merced, I didn't have Merced getting out of the second round, so this is a surprise to me. I know. I went against the Bears. You did not. That is true. Merced at Oakdale. I'm going to go with Oakdale. Oakdale put up a big number last week. They're, all season long they've been this team that was up and down, and I thought that last week might have been that chance for them to come out and be a little flat. They put up 60 on Patterson and completely rolled. I think they're going to take care of their second straight CCC opponent. I think Oakdale advances in this one.
It's a great argument. I'm going with the Bears. I've had enough of picking against Merced this year. Every time I pick against my Bears, they do it to me. But listen, this is a ball-hawking defense.
Yeah.
Okay, now Oakdale's a run team. They don't rely on the pass a lot. But when they do, it's going to be tough to do against Merced. 24 interceptions this year, 5 last week against Casa Roble and the upset, 5 the week before. This is a ball-hawking defense with a lot of talent. I'm going with the Bears to pull the upset at the Corral. A place where the Mustangs haven't been great this year.
They have not, but here's the deal. They're not going to throw that much. If
not.
Merced's going to get takeaways, it's going to be fumbles, balls on the floor. I think we're going to see a lot of Zeke Safar, a lot of Leo Ayala.
Yes, we are.
I think that this one, it's going to be sort of a race. I mean, both offenses can put up a lot of points.
Yep.
They've got Desmond Thompson. I still think Oakdale has the edge in this one because of their ability to control the clock.
Sure.
And hit you with multiple running backs.
Yeah, and Merced's a young team.
Yeah.
They have a lot of sophomores starting this year for the Bears, but nevertheless,
Going with the
orange and black. Okay, let's move on to Division 5. Amador at Ripon. We've seen both of these teams this year, and we like both of these teams a lot.
I mean, yes, they've been awfully impressive when we put eyeballs on them. Now, Ripon went through that stretch earlier in the season where they were injured and they weren't quite the same team. They've shown since they've got Nico Alardi back and Grant Weeby back, and they've been at full strength, that they're a TVL champion worthy of a high seed, a number 2 seed in this playoff bracket. Amador was probably put on the most impressive performance we've seen all season, save for maybe Escalon's win at Downey.
Mm-hmm.
Amador completely thrashed Sonora for the first ever Mother Low League loss for the Wildcats.
Right.
Amador's got to go on the road to Ripon. Could be a tough place to play for them on Friday night. I think I'm going to go with Ripon in this one. Ripon has been ranked ahead of Amador all season long because we believe in the talent that they have. The strength of schedule prepares them for this. I think that they're going to get past Amador, but it's going to be an uphill climb for that program's first section title in a long, long time.
I'm going with Ripon as well. I like Amador. Like you said, that was probably one of the most impressive wins we've seen this year, along with the Escalon win. We didn't see it, or at least I didn't see it, but when Ripon beat Escalon, that really solidified some things in my head about this team. I'm going to go with Ripon in Division 5. In the other semifinal in that division, Sonora at Escalon is a D5 semifinal.
Yeah, the thing about this matchup is, on paper, it looks like it's maybe favoring. We're pushing all the chips in on Escalon because they've been so good all season long. They've got one of the most impressive victories, as mentioned before, over Downey, a large school opponent. The only small school. I mean, that might be the biggest win when you look at all of them of the season. But Sonora's a team that has kind of flown under the radar because they had that rough start. But if you look at their losses, they're all still in play.
2, 3, 4, 5. Solid.
All in the semifinal. All still hunting a section title. So that looks favorably on Sonora. But I still like the home team. Escalon is banged up a bit. We're not quite sure if they're going to be at full strength on Friday. You can guarantee that those guys that are nursing injuries are going to play, but are they as explosive? Are they as dynamic as they normally are? I think even at 80-85%, it's enough to get it done against Sonora this week.
I agree. I'm going with Escalon.
Yeah.
Okay, Ripon Christian at Hilmar. This one, Division 6, a rematch of last year's D6 final. They meet this year in the semifinals. Hilmar, impressive last week against Bear River. Ripon Christian, we haven't seen them play in 3 weeks now because of the first round bye, and then of course the forfeit last week by Calaveras.
Yeah, Hilmar's been incredibly efficient, and no one should be surprised that Hilmar has gotten to this point and looked as good as they have, because this is just what they do. When they can roll into the postseason, they turn it up a notch. Their playmakers elevate their game, and they just kind of throttle people and collect victories.
Right.
And here they are on the cusp of their third straight section title. They've got to beat a finalist, the team that they handled last year in the final. And here's the deal. I'm going with Hilmar in this matchup. Okay. And I think Hilmar maybe wins by 7 to 10 points. Probably. I will say they probably win this matchup by 10 points. Okay. But I would probably go with Ripon Christian had they come off a win against Calaveras.
Not so much ring rust.
The fact that they haven't played for 3 weeks not only concerns Randy Fasani, but I mean it's a big deal. It's a big deal. You haven't hit anybody. You haven't seen anybody. You haven't had a time to adjust to the playoff speed, and that scares me a little bit. This team is as big and strong and fast enough to compete with Hilmar, but the fact that they haven't played for 3 weeks tells me that Hilmar, playing as well as they played all season, has got to be the prohibitive.
It may take RC just a few minutes to kind of acclimate to game speed again. And Aspenberry River, Hilmar came out ready to play.
Yeah.
Snap, snap.
And here's the thing: if it takes Ripon Christian a full quarter to get up to speed, well, Hilmar, you might be in a
21-0 hole, right?
You might be in a 3-touchdown hole.
Yeah. Okay, turning our attention to Division 6. This isn't a semifinal, Bernsey. This is the D7 championship game. Denair, the little team that could, the little team that was finishing games with 12 players in uniform a few years back, is all of a sudden a dynasty, playing for their second consecutive Sac Joaquin Section Championship banner.
Yeah, they can shore that up this Friday against Mariposa, a Southern League opponent.
A team they beat 14-13 in the regular season. This is tight.
Okay, yeah, Mariposa plays teams tight. They've done it virtually all season long. They beat Orostemba in Mariposa. They played Denair close. I think that this one is going to be a tight game because, frankly, Denair hasn't blown anybody out coming down the stretch. Their games have tightened up a little bit. I think with all the chips that are on the line this Friday night, we're going to see a really good game.
I think you're right.
In the D7 final, I still think the Coyotes, I think they get it done.
They're at Litton Stadium. I think the Coyotes have a lot of playoff experience. That long postseason run last year when they won the state championship, not just a section title. I think the Coyotes get it done once more. So that's a look at 5 key games in the postseason in this region, the games that will be played in our region this Friday night. For the rest of our picks, be sure to visit frontrowpreps.com. For James Burns, I'm Joe Cortez. Thanks for stopping by.